You want to know who a man truly is. Do not ask him his goals. Do not ask him his values. Do not ask him what he plans to become. Watch him in the first 5 minutes of his day, before the world starts pulling on him, before the noise arrives, before the mask goes on. That moment right after waking. That is when the real man speaks. Because you cannot lie to yourself when the fog is still thick. You cannot perform when no one is watching. You cannot pretend to be strong while moving like a coward. The man you are in the morning is the man you truly are. And I say this without apology. If you wake up in weakness, if you begin in hesitation, if your first breath is spent checking the world instead of commanding yourself, then no amount of motivation will save you. Because a man who begins in chaos cannot build in clarity. You say you want discipline. Then why does your morning look like surrender? You say you want wealth. Then why do you move like a man with no direction? And you say you want freedom. Then why do you let the first hour of your day be owned by noise, by doubt, by comfort? And let me strike deeper. If the first thing you do is touch a phone, you have already chosen to be ruled. If the first thing you do is scroll, you have already admitted defeat. A leader does not begin his day in chains. A leader does not kneel to distraction. A leader does not beg the world for meaning. The man who wakes and checks for the world's approval will live the day as a slave. The man who wakes and commands his mind will live the day as a master. Understand this. Your morning is not small. Your morning is not casual. Your morning is the battlefield, and it decides everything that comes after. If you begin with weakness, weakness multiplies. If you begin with doubt, doubt compounds. If you begin with distraction, distraction rules the hours that follow. But if you begin with strength, strength expands. If you begin with command, command sharpens. If you begin with clarity, clarity leads the day. So I will tell you now, a man is revealed not by what he says he wants, but by how he rises, not by what he writes in his journals, but by what he does before the sun is high. Not by the promises he gives to others, but by the orders he gives to himself when no one is there to see. You call yourself disciplined. Then let me see your first 5 minutes. You call yourself ambitious. Then let me see your first 5 minutes. You call yourself free. Then let me see your first 5 minutes. The truth is simple. Most men are actors. They play strong in front of others. They talk big when the crowd is near. But in the silence of dawn, they are revealed. Revealed in the way they drag themselves out of bed. Revealed in the way they beg comfort for 5 more minutes. Revealed in the way they hand over their mind to noise instead of commanding it like a king. Do not tell me your dreams. Show me your morning. Do not tell me your plan. Show me your morning. Do not tell me who you think you are. Show me your morning. Because the man you are in the morning is the man you are forever, and you cannot escape that truth. Listen closely. The morning is your chance to declare war or wave the white flag. It is your chance to claim power or to hand it away. It is your chance to stand like a man or crawl like a servant. 5 minutes. That is all it takes. 5 minutes. That is all it reveals. The way you rise is the way you build. The way you start is the way you finish. The way you wake is the way you live. And if you do not like the man you see in the morning, do not expect to like the man you see at night. This is why I demand of you, rise like a leader, rise like a warrior, rise like a man who is unwilling to surrender. Command your breath, command your body, command your mind, and command your spirit. Do not begin with weakness. Do not begin with hesitation. Do not begin with noise. Rise with order. Rise with fire. Rise with clarity. Because the world is watching. Not in your first 5 minutes, but in every minute after. And if those first 5 are weak, then every step you take will carry the scent of weakness. But if those first 5 are strong, then even in your hardest hours, the world will feel your strength. So I tell you this now. The real man is revealed when he wakes, and no mask can hide him. No excuse can protect him. No words can disguise him. The morning never lies. The morning always tells the truth. And the truth is simple. The man who rises in power rules the day. The man who rises in weakness is ruled by the day. Choose, because the choice is yours. A man is not measured by how late he sleeps. He is measured by how early he commands himself. A man is not measured by how loud he speaks. He is measured by how firm he stands when silence surrounds him. A man is not measured by what he plans to do one day. He is measured by what he does in the first light of today. You say you will become great tomorrow. But tomorrow has no power. Tomorrow is only the excuse of the weak. The strong begin now. The strong begin at dawn. The strong begin in those first 5 minutes. I have seen men who dream, and I have seen men who rise. The dreamer speaks of fortune. The riser builds fortune. The dreamer speaks of freedom. The riser walks in freedom. The dreamer speaks of power. The riser commands power. The difference is not talent. The difference is not luck. The difference is not even knowledge. The difference is in the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes reveal the general of the mind. They reveal whether you are a commander or a prisoner. They reveal whether you are awake or still asleep while your eyes are open. And let me say this with fire. If you rise without command, you have already lost. If you rise without clarity, you have already surrendered. If you rise without courage, you have already died to the day. But if you rise with command, nothing can stop you. If you rise with clarity, confusion cannot break you. If you rise with courage, no fear can chain you. So look at yourself. Not in the mirror, not in the eyes of others. Look at yourself in your first 5 minutes. Do you rise like a king? Or do you crawl like a slave? Do you rise like a creator? Or do you crawl like a consumer? Do you rise like a warrior? Or do you crawl like a coward? The answer is there, and it cannot be hidden. Men lie about their goals. Men lie about their discipline. Men lie about their strength. But the morning does not lie. The morning is a judge that cannot be deceived. Do not say you are serious if your mornings are casual. Do not say you are strong if your mornings are soft. Do not say you are disciplined if your mornings are sloppy. Your life will always match your mornings. Your wealth will always match your mornings. Your freedom will always match your mornings. Your strength will always match your mornings. Because what begins small grows large. What begins hidden becomes visible. What begins weak becomes weaker. And what begins strong becomes unstoppable. This is why most men fail. They wait for the big test. They wait for the big moment. They wait for the stage, the opportunity, the recognition. And they do not realize the test has already come. It came at dawn. It came quietly. It came in the first 5 minutes, and they failed it without even knowing. But the wise man knows. He knows the day is decided before the sun is high. He knows the victory is won before the battle begins. He knows the man who conquers his morning conquers his destiny. And so I ask you again, how do you rise? Do you rise in chaos, or do you rise in command? Do you rise begging for comfort, or do you rise demanding power? Do you rise to check the world, or do you rise to check yourself? The real war is not out there. The real war is in here. The real war is not with others. The real war is with your own first breath. And if you win that war, the world cannot touch you. But if you lose it, the world will own you. So I challenge you. Tomorrow morning, do not rise as the man you have been. Rise as the man you want to be. Do not rise as a follower. Rise as a leader. Do not rise as a beggar. Rise as a master. Command your steps. Command your thoughts. Command your actions. Take the first 5 minutes and make them fire. Take the first 5 minutes and make them strength. Take the first 5 minutes and make them truth. Because the world only respects the man who has already won when the day begins. The man who comes alive at noon has already lost. The man who comes alive at midnight has already missed the war. But the man who comes alive at dawn owns the earth. So remember this. Your morning is the doorway. Your morning is the weapon. Your morning is the proof. 5 minutes. That is all. 5 minutes. That is you. Now hear me clearly. The morning does not forgive. The morning does not negotiate. The morning does not care about your excuses. It only sees what you do. It only hears what you command. It only rewards what you conquer. Every second you waste in hesitation, every second you waste in comfort, every second you waste looking outward instead of inward, that second is a chain around your neck. You want power. Power does not come to the man who scrolls. Power does not come to the man who snoozes. Power does not come to the man who begs the world for permission. Power comes to the man who rises with fire. Power comes to the man who moves with certainty. Power comes to the man who owns himself before anyone else owns him. Let me make it even sharper. If your first thought is worry, if your first thought is doubt, if your first thought is distraction, you have already failed the day. Your mind will follow your first thought. Your actions will follow your first decision. Your destiny will follow the man you are in that moment. A man cannot start in chaos and build in order. A man cannot start weak and grow strong. A man cannot begin in surrender and expect victory, and yet most men do. Most men begin every day surrendering to the world. They surrender to their comfort. They surrender to their fears. They surrender to the noise. They rise late, they rise slow, they rise distracted, and they wonder why nothing changes. And they wonder why wealth does not come. And they wonder why freedom slips through their fingers. I tell you now, the reason nothing changes is because the man you are in the morning never changes. The man you are in the morning sets the rhythm of your life. The man you are in the morning sets the standard for everything else. The good news is this: you can change him. You can rise differently. You can wake differently. It does not matter what you were yesterday. It does not matter how many mornings you wasted. It does not matter how many excuses you told yourself. What matters is this moment, this very night before tomorrow comes, this very breath before the alarm rings. Decide that tomorrow you will rise like a king. Decide that tomorrow you will own the first 5 minutes. Decide that tomorrow you will not bow to chaos, noise, or doubt. And when the alarm rings, you will move with purpose. You will move with clarity. You will move with command. Your body will obey your mind. Your mind will obey your spirit. Your spirit will obey your will, and the world will have no choice but to respond, because a man who rules his morning rules his life. A man who commands his first 5 minutes commands his destiny. A man who conquers the dawn conquers the day. Do not cheat yourself. Do not waste another morning in weakness. Do not let comfort steal your life before it begins. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for inspiration. Do not wait for the perfect conditions. The perfect condition is now. The perfect condition is your choice. The perfect condition is the man you decide to be before the world arrives. And let me tell you this plainly. The man you are in the first 5 minutes is the man the world will see all day. The man you are in the first hour is the man your life will reflect. The man you are in the first day is the man your destiny will remember. So what will you be? Will you be the man who drags himself to the day, or the man who commands it? Will you be the man who is owned by noise, or the man who owns his mind? Will you be the man who follows the world, or the man who leads himself? Remember this: every man can pretend for others. Every man can speak for others. Every man can act for others, but no man can pretend to himself. No man can lie to himself. No man can escape the truth of the morning. And the truth is simple: the man who rises weak will live weak. The man who rises uncertain will live uncertain. The man who rises distracted will live distracted. The man who rises strong will live strong. The man who rises with clarity will live with clarity. The man who rises with command will live with command. So from tonight, prepare. Prepare your mind. Prepare your body. Prepare your spirit. Set the tone of tomorrow before it begins. Decide the man you will be before the sun arrives. Take the first 5 minutes and make them yours, because the world will not wait. Because your destiny will not wait. Because time will not pause for your weakness. And if you do not seize it, if you do not own it, if you do not command it, it will be gone, and you will be left behind. So rise with fire, rise with power, rise with the man who refuses to bow, and every day repeat it. Every morning repeat it. Every sunrise repeat it, because greatness is not in talk. Greatness is not in dreams. Greatness is in the man who wakes, the man who rises, the man who conquers his first 5 minutes. Do not wait. Do not delay. Do not negotiate. The real man is revealed now, in this very moment. Before tomorrow, before the world, before anyone else, decide the man you will be. Command your mind. Command your body. Command your first breath, and the world will follow. Because a man who owns his morning owns his life. The man who owns his morning does not ask permission to live. He does not wait for opportunity to knock. He does not wait for luck to smile. He moves first. He decides first. He acts first, and this is the real test. Not how you talk at noon. Not how you plan at 3 o'clock. Not how you motivate yourself at sunset. The test is the first breath of the day. The first thought you allow. The first action you take. If your first action is weak, your entire day is weak. If your first action is unclear, your entire day is unclear. If your first action is surrendered to comfort, your entire day is surrendered. Do not fool yourself with motivational quotes after the day has begun. Do not believe that courage can appear magically in the afternoon. Do not imagine that clarity will come from distraction. It comes from command. It comes from the first act. It comes from the first 5 minutes. This is why men fail silently, because they rise in small defeat. They rise confused. They rise unprepared. They rise distracted, and then they wonder why life feels heavy. They wonder why wealth escapes them. They wonder why freedom is just a word. I tell you now, the first 5 minutes are the seed. The rest of the day is the harvest. Weak seed, weak harvest. Strong seed, unstoppable harvest. Look around you. Look at the men who succeed. Look at the men who command their lives. You will see the same pattern. They rise early. They rise with intention. They rise with clarity. They do not bow to noise. They do not beg for motivation. They do not waste a single breath in surrender. This is the law of the morning. This is the law of life. The man who obeys it thrives. The man who ignores it suffers. You want discipline. Discipline is born in the first 5 minutes. You want wealth. Wealth is born in the first 5 minutes. You want freedom. Freedom is born in the first 5 minutes, and do not think I exaggerate. The first 5 minutes are not a suggestion. They are a mandate. They are the measure of all men. They are the truth that cannot be hidden. Every decision you make after that is an echo. Every action is a reflection. Every success or failure is the result of how you rise. So I ask you, tonight, how will you rise? Will you rise weak, tired, confused, distracted? Or will you rise strong, sharp, clear, and commanding? The world does not care. Your excuses do not matter. Your doubts are irrelevant. Only the man you are in that first breath matters. Command yourself. Force yourself. Lead yourself, because no one else will. No one else can. No one else is in your bed. No one else is in your mind. The real man does not wait for circumstances. The real man does not wait for inspiration. The real man does not wait for permission. He rises. He commands. He acts, and the world responds. Let me say something even harder. If you waste your mornings, your life will be wasted. If you surrender your first 5 minutes, your potential will be surrendered. If you bow to weakness at dawn, you will bow to life itself, and nothing you say after will matter. No motivation, no affirmation, no plan. Because the first 5 minutes have already spoken the truth. But the good news is this. The first 5 minutes can be conquered. The first 5 minutes can be mastered. The first 5 minutes can be seized, and when you do, the man you want to be will finally show himself. The life you want to live will finally begin. The power, wealth, and freedom you dream of will finally answer your call. Start tonight. Prepare your mind. Prepare your body. Prepare your environment. Decide who you will be tomorrow. Decide that no comfort will rule you. Decide that no distraction will own you. Decide that no fear will chain you, and when the alarm rings, rise with authority. Move with precision. Act with clarity. Command your thoughts. Command your body. Command your actions. Do not stop until your first act is complete. Do not pause until your mind is clear. Do not settle until your first victory is won, because that first victory sets the tone for every battle to come. That first victory gives your mind power. That first victory gives your body energy. That first victory gives your spirit courage, and soon the day itself will bow to you. The world will recognize your strength. Your life will respond to your command. Your destiny will answer your first call. So tonight, I challenge you. Decide who you will be in the morning. Decide that the first 5 minutes will be yours. Decide that no excuse, no comfort, no weakness will survive, and when dawn comes, rise like a king. Rise like a warrior. Rise like the man who will not be defeated. Because the man who rules his morning rules everything. And the man who rules everything began with the first 5, so now you know the truth. The man you are in the morning is the man you are forever. Do not lie to yourself. Do not wait for the world to change you. Do not hope for motivation to carry you. Command yourself first. Own your mind first. Rule your morning first. Because every hour, every day, every opportunity flows from that moment. If you begin with weakness, chaos, and hesitation, you will end the day with the same. But if you begin with clarity, fire, and command, you will end the day stronger than you began. Discipline is not taught. Discipline is chosen, and the first choice comes the moment you rise. So tonight, decide. Decide that tomorrow you will rise differently. Decide that tomorrow you will rise stronger. Decide that tomorrow you will rise as the man you are meant to be. And when the alarm rings, when the world waits, when doubt whispers, you will answer with power. You will answer with action. You will answer with the truth of who you are. Because the man you are in the morning is the man you will become. And there is no excuse. There is no delay. There is no second chance with the dawn. Rise, rise like a leader. Rise like a king. Rise like the man who refuses to surrender. Own your first breath. Own your first movement. Own your first 5 minutes, and the rest of the day, the rest of your life, will bow to the man you have chosen to be. The morning is yours. Command it, own it, live it, and remember, a man who conquers his dawn conquers everything.